Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel. Whether you're new or you're coming back, this is going to be a quick check-in, what's going on with the twins and where we headed with the energy, how the twins seeing the connection right now. So it's going to be seeing the connection this time. All right, before I start with tarot, I will pull a quick card from the angel therapy deck, so we'll get a little bit of guidance from the angels on how to navigate the energies of this moment. All right, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with those who may benefit from it. If you are still experiencing deep changes from the equinox, check out the other video that I did. It was not yesterday. Yesterday we did the divine masculine dive-in. The one before that. I do this almost daily. For those who are new, you're welcome to subscribe and follow all the up-to-date readings. And when certain big events happen with the transits astronomically, then I do a separate coverage. For example, we have this lunar eclipse coming in on Monday, at least for the East Coast, for the States. So I'm gonna be doing a special reading for that. All right, in the meantime, divine feminines, we've got, so if you are not over those equinox energies, check out that reading for sure. It will help you with some guidance, will clarify certain things, I assure you. We have vegetarian vegan. Interesting. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. Yeah, for some of you, this may be a clue to look up high frequency foods. I definitely did that research when I was starting off on my twin flame journey, and I was learning a lot more about raising my vibration and what lowers my vibration, in everyday life, because we talk a lot about, or like you can often find places where people offer sessions, healings, like meditations, all of those things that raise vibration. But unless in your day-to-day activity, in your day-to-day regimen, you're following the high frequency pattern rather than low frequency, unless you specifically do that, unless you check yourself that that's what you're doing, right? There's a good chance that you're lowering your vibration just by doing those things, routine stuff. And then it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to do the rituals, because then you'll be going back to square one as you proceed with your day. So check out the high vibrational foods. And for the masculines, we have, you are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical side. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Now more than ever, and masculines are feeling that power. That's the tricky thing about it. It's not just they're cold or they start getting that idea that I should trust myself more. It's that they're getting the skills, like they're getting the downloads. And it's weird, it's still new. It's not like, yeah, I heard this download and I'm just gonna follow that. It's like, what is that for? Are those my thoughts? Where did that come from? It'll take a little bit of time to integrate. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of which, the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Both twins are manifesting in this new cycle. And yeah, happy new zodiacal year. Happy birthday, Aries. We are officially in the Aries season. And yes, for the eclipse, I will do messages for each individual signs. I didn't do that for the equinox because I didn't have time, but I will definitely record it this weekend for the eclipse. The star, yeah. Manifesting out of a place of alignment with the higher power and aligned with the mission, with the vision. And that was a lengthy road. I know we talk about it a lot, but this is coming, like I was saying, from an ascended place, where a lot of nonsense that was going on before on that topic is gone now. It's like, okay, I don't have time for that anymore. For the doubt, for thinking what other people are gonna say, for thinking, is it a good investment of my time and money and energy and everything, right? Like that is put aside now. This is like, okay, let's get down to business, people. Speaking of which, for the feminines, we have Three of Pentacles clarified with Lovers. Yeah, and the feminine sees that connection very clearly. The mission and like the projects, the inspiration, the occupation, and how it relates to the matters of love and eventually to the connection with the masculine, within and without. That's the important part, right? Like it helps to integrate, it helps to build values, and of course, for the twin journey, we know that we as feminines will lead the spiritual path, right? Like we're spiritual leaders in the connection, and we need to remember about that. And I actually like that this is a kind of an image of a church, not just like group work, project work, but it's that kind of power of working with the divine, of keeping that focus, right? And then the connection comes in. If not with the twin, then with a high-level soulmate that will definitely support you in what you do, that will be there, will be providing, will be nurturing, will be loving and kind, you know, while your DM is getting their shit together. For the masculines, we have 9 of Pentacles clarified by 5 of Swords. Yeah, and here it's interesting because, oh no, sorry, it's 8 of Pentacles. I was gonna say this 9 of Pentacles looks like 8. It is 8. So masculines are continuing to kind of day by day hustle, go through the emotions with their day, like doing the chores. This is not just about the job, 9 to 5 job. This is about all kind of obligations and chores in life. And they're now starting to feel very uncomfortable because, again, the energy that they have, the new frequency, it doesn't match the outside. So it becomes very uncomfortable. You know, like that something's not right. Like I'm exhausted like half the way through the day. And this is like the first signal that you're not using your energy right, that there is some sort of mismatch. And that's how your essence, your being, and even your subconscious are telling you about that. Additional question. The Hierophant clarified by 3 of Cups. The Hierophant reminds that the values that we have, that we want to exercise in the connection, are general values that we want to have with people in life overall. And yes, it will be somewhat different with close relationships, trusting relationships, and the outside circle with everybody else. But the nature of it still needs to be the same. So it's not like when we get together with a person, we'll be following that higher guidance and be kind and loving and discerning and patient. No, you need to exercise it today. Start with friendships, start with other connections in your life. Maybe you have a mentor or a student you're close with, right? That's a great way to practice these things, where there's maybe not as much of pressure or tension that may push you out of your balance, out of your grounding. For the feminines, the aspect of it is Ace of Swords clarified by 7 of Cups. So be very honest about the choices that you make with people and with activities. How do you invest your time and energy and money and everything else, right? Like that needs to be very honest. And if you improve on that and you become the person who invests better in terms of what makes you feel better, what feels inspiring or fulfilling, you know, what's really benefiting you, adds value, and where you can add value just as much, right? It becomes a lot more natural then and intuitive to be in the energy of love then, and to treat people following your highest values. And, you know, they say treat others the way you would like to be treated. Then it becomes easier. If you don't do that and you agree to things that you feel are necessary, but it doesn't feel right or good, then it will be hard work to get to the place where you still need to show respect, to be polite, and to follow through what you agreed to. For masculines, we have Queen of Wands clarified by 2 of Pentacles. I like all the lions here. It's like fiery. Oof. Yeah, for masculines, they get distracted with flashy people and things, right? Like they, how do they say? They don't have a long attention span in this matter. And I know it may sound childish, it's not exactly like that, but it gives you an idea. right? Like they see something fleshy and bright. It can be a person, it can be an opportunity in business, it can be a networking connection, and they jump on it. They're like, oh yeah, I like that. And then something else catches their eye and they jump on that and they jump on that. But if they don't look beyond this first impression, why it caught their eye, then it becomes just a game of juggling everything, and you're not really invested in any of those things. So essentially, you are not given your values and your real energy to any of it. So it's not going to be productive. Be careful with what you choose to spend your energy on. And if somebody or something catches your eye like really strongly, give it a second thought. Do a little self-search to understand what it is about and whether it was just an emotional impulse or it's actually something that will be good for you, that makes sense to keep, invest, and commit to. Because a lot of times, especially masculines, they like to think that they're not committing. Like they're not committal to anything, right? Like I'm my own person, whatever. I can say no to this tomorrow. But in reality, it's not really that case. And for a lot of them, especially because we're talking about divine masculinity, which strives to the integrated space where these moral values really matter. That's why we're talking about that. That's why we saw that Hierophant. It's not something that you can easily dismiss. Just because my friends don't care about it, then I don't have to care about it either. No, but your spiritual essence and this higher guidance still going to be knocking on the door, knocking on your head and reminding you, right? That's the phase we're in. And so if you're so inconsiderate about what you're agreeing to, what you're signing up for, then of course you're bound to be in this chaotic mess when you're just trying to stay in tune and to keep your promise, essentially. How do the feminine see the connection right now? Ace of Wands clarified by Ace of Pentacles. I love this. This is the inspiration, but it's very grounded. It's like this connection is inspirational in so many ways. So looking at it from that perspective, inspirational for life, right? Like this person inspires me, this journey inspires me to do better in my life, to take care of myself better, to maybe organize my home better. And yeah, for some it may be like, because when I'm with my person, I will want us to have this settled, or I don't know, I will want to be able to cook great dinners for us, or whatever it is, right? Or I want to make sure that in our home we have space for like just relaxation, like lounge space, and it's not the same space that's like just a regular living room, something along those lines. But you get the point. Like it's really a lot like of that loving space of this being extra special, but it's grounded in reality, in something specific that the feminines are doing in their life, the changes that they're making to align with this vision. If you don't have a vision, start working on it. That's a confirmation for you guys. How are masculines seeing the connection? Knight of Cups clarified by Six of Swords. And I like that the Knight is actually looking at this girl in the Six of Swords. Guess what? The masculines want to be the knight in shining armor in this connection. They want to come in and save the day and save the feminine from their struggles. It's like the damsel in distress, classic model. And right now, they don't feel like they can do that. They haven't felt like that for a while. If anything, a lot of them felt like they needed to be saved, like they were the damsel in this situation, and they didn't like that at all. That went against everything that they believed in as far as masculine energy is concerned. But now they're seeing that a lot of it is not actually about like physical rescuing. It's about complementing the feminine in the emotional space, right? How can I hold space for the two of us? How can I be a shoulder to cry on, if anything, right? Or how can I share the joys and successes that my feminine has? Or how can I support them in the time of need, even if I don't really understand what they're going through, right? So they're seeing it from a different perspective now. And we started talking about this concept of masculinity a few days back, right? Like this is that wave that's continuing to rush through them, right? And now they're seeing it from this perspective, how they can be contributing as a masculine, how they can be strong, how they create space, but in a different way than they thought before. That doesn't take anything away from them. It can be your fairy tales, your characters, and your plot twists. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.